Sometimes, things are far beyond our understanding. It is in our nature to discover, to understand, and to explore. However, it can lead us, as a species, to feel cheated when things seem to defy our ability to learn. It's a quality we inherited from humans, both for good and bad. Elves never questioned, never wondered, but to be human is to question. It is to wonder. The existence of pixies is one of those peculiarities, evading our understanding for millennia now. Yet, they are very important magical creatures that have interesting relationships with us mystics. So here is what we know about the species so far. Pixies are manifestations of concepts, inventions, and emotions. Appearing as small sprite-like creatures, pixies come in every colour of the rainbow for all of their features. In comparison with us, aside from being much smaller, pixies have much larger heads, smaller limbs, and larger features, with permanent intricate wings to reflect their power. They wear a myriad of different outfits, traditionally woven from silk. They are uniquely linked to the mystic race, as they rely on our ability to dream and think, but also our magical abilities. As you can imagine, we have an interesting relationship with the creatures as a result. If a mystic and a pixie befriend one another and earn each other's trust, they become magically intertwined. This is known as bonding. As a result, the pixie gains access to some of the mystic's abilities, and vice versa. A mystic can only ever form one bond with a pixie in their lifetime, but since a pixie's lifespan is linked to their power source, they can rebond with other mystics when their previous partner passes on. Pixie society in the villages is a fascinating topic. There are pixie colonies all over Magix. Some live with their own kind, and others live amongst us. Every village I have visited is vastly different from the last. Some are in caves, others in waters, forests, mountains, and deserts. Their bodies only respond to particular stimuli, and hence can survive in often extreme conditions. On the other hand, when exposed to magic that is in conflict with their energy, they can become extremely weak. This is a relatively rare occurrence, as pixies are often the only creatures with power at odds with other pixies, and they do not attack one another. The creatures do not reproduce conventionally, but are instead born from the buds of the tree of life. Every time something new is discovered, every time something new is invented, a pixie is born. A pixie can only die when what it represents is destroyed, but they can be whittled to a comatose state by external forces. Almost everything in relation to a pixie's life is dependent on their power and age. The oldest rule and govern, and most will belong to a larger group and will be governed by the pixie representing a common factor. For example, I once had tea with the pixie of love in southern Solaria. She referred to other emotion pixies as her siblings, and the pixie of emotions as her elder. It was an enlightening conversation, and nobody makes tea quite like the pixies. Pixies are able to recount many centuries of history in relation to their power, making them reliable sources of information. But it often does not come in the form one would wish for ease of understanding. The further back an event, the more obscure it becomes to their vision. It is unclear as to what the limit of this ability is, if there are any. The creatures are difficult to study and document, and so have remained esoteric even today. Since the fall of Domino, the pixies have retreated to their own villages, often hidden deep in inaccessible places. I attempted to visit a village last year during my travels, but it seems to have been moved somehow. Any understanding I could profess here would be feigned as to how this happened, but the why, I do believe I could shed some light on that, but not here. Not in this book. There are certain secrets even I must keep.